For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mindy Deeble, and I am one of your blue diamonds here at Trinont. And I am so excited to help you get your week kicked off to really rock and roll. Here's what I know. You are just one decision away from a massive, explosion in your business if you truly take it seriously. One commitment away, one decision away. So, we're going to talk about how to truly explode this week, but I would love to know. I know we had a lot happen last week, a lot of really exciting things. I saw people break out of their comfort zones, have some major wins. And so I would love to know, would anybody like to share a win that you had this last week? Um, or maybe even somebody in your team. It can be a big win. It can be something as simple as you stepped out of your comfort zone. You did something different last week and you got a great result. Would anybody like to share? I'm going to look at all of you.
I can, Mindy.
Awesome. Thank you, Shelley. I appreciate you.
So I made quite a few connections with people that have been struggling with fibromyalgia, the same as my story. So I'm just building that trust and then I'm going to present the products to them.
I love it. Well, great job. And I love all of your affirmations behind you.
Oh,
Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody else want to share today?
I will, Mindy.
Awesome. Thank you, Janet. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, I just want to shout out to our organization. They are bringing the heat this month. I mean, I am so excited for our team and all the things that are happening. We're adding people all the time. And it's just growing and it's just so, so fun. You guys, if you're not having fun doing this, you need to reevaluate and start again. Just go back to the basics because it is truly, truly has just been so much fun. And I look forward to waking up and doing this every day.
I love it. I love it. Yes, fun. We should all be having fun. And we're going to talk a little bit about that so that you can have more fun doing this as well. So, anybody else want to share today? We would love to hear from you.
I'll share. It's a small win, but I met a gentleman at a networking event and I added him to the private Facebook groups and he ordered the DHS system this week.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That is great. Thank you for sharing, Doris. All right. Anybody else want to share?
I'll share.
Awesome. Hi, Megan.
Hi. So I had someone who I have not approached just kind of randomly message me saying she's ready to transform. So people are watching. That's why it's so good to keep showing up, keep sharing what you love. And just like Janet said, if you're not having fun with it, it's hard to attract that same energy. So even though I've got a few people that signed up um, last month who were only just one of the products and the cheap prices. Now they're starting to message saying their mom really wants to order. So I'm starting to help other people now, and that's exciting for me because I've been pretty stagnant. So
I love it. I love it. Yes. You said something really powerful. People are watching, even if it feels like they are not, they are watching. And just keep showing up every single day. And you'll notice little things. Like I noticed a friend of mine who I just thought, I didn't even know she was on social media. But she reached out to me one day and she was like, that drink that I see you doing all the time, I need to know more about it. And, you think, that, and I actually reached out to her before and she never said any, she didn't understand until she saw me on social media. So I promise you, people are watching you. They're watching you all the time and they may not react or comment or say anything on your post, but you keep showing up every single day and they're going to be reaching out to you, or you can reach back out to them and they'll realize, oh, this is what she's talking about. So anyway, thank you, Megan.
I'll share Mindy too.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim.
I have a similar connection to what Megan just said and what you were saying yesterday. I was actually listening to Tina Joy's training, and on my other screen, a gal's name popped up that has never commented, ever, ever, ever. I haven't seen her in probably 2 years, and she works in the town I work in or live in, and she's coming here at 3 o'clock. She's like, I want to know more about enrolling. So I was like, whoa, just as Tina was talking about that, staying consistent, that message popped up. So she's coming today. We're going to chat. And I signed up my first Australian gal. So I'm excited for that to happen and got 2 more in the works. So that's a win.
I love it. That is great. And you know what? Thank you for bringing up Australia because I wanted to talk to all of you. If you don't know, we just are doing our pre-launch of Australia. And so I would, if I were you, I'd be going into your stories and saying, hey, who do you know in Australia? You know, or we are opening up in Australia. We're working on a massive project over there, super excited, looking for key people. If you know anybody that wants to be at the right place at the right time in Australia to do some big things, reach out to me. I would be talking to people like that. And then to sign up, if you're wondering, it's free to sign up. They can go into just go to trinot.com, hit join, and then find the country, Australia, and they can sign up over there. And there's also a Facebook group for Australia. So if you don't know about that, get with your mentor. But yeah, we are opening there and it's exciting. So you should be excited about that. And you know, for those of you who don't know me, okay, I've been in this industry now for 2 decades. And I remember when I first got started thinking, man, I am not super connected. Like I live in Boise, Idaho, didn't really know anybody out of even hardly even out of the state. I mean, I did know some people out of the state, but very few, okay? Let alone nobody out of the country. But what I love about this industry is you can start just with your own connections. Just start where you are with your power base, with the people that you do know. And I promise you, they're going to know people that you don't know. And then those people are going to know people that you don't know. And then pretty soon they know somebody in Arizona who knows somebody in Hungary, who knows somebody, you know. For us, we built a team into 23 countries. I hadn't been to all of those countries. Over 150,000 people. We had people coming in when we first launched in Hungary many years ago. Over 2,000 people a month coming in out of Hungary, and I didn't even know them. So I want you to know that maybe you don't know somebody in Australia, but you start building right now today. You're going to have teams of people that maybe they know somebody in Australia or somehow you're going to get connected if you are just showing up every single day and reaching out to people and having that attitude that I attract sharp, successful people, you will start attracting those people to you. So I just want you guys to know that you have an opportunity here that is massive. We're just getting started, even if it's only in your state. We've hit less than 1% of any major market share anywhere. I mean, how many people even know about Trinot? And you guys, we have an incredible opportunity here. Our superpower is amazing products, right? We have the best products on the planet, but also we have the best compensation plan that we just launched. Like everybody that you know around you should be learning about this. And when you show up every single day with that attitude of excitement and conviction, I promise you, you will start attracting the right people to you to go explode this. So that's what I want to talk about today is how to show up every single day, to start attracting the people to you, the abundance to you, the life that you truly want to live. And many of you know my story, but I really didn't understand the law of attraction or the power of attraction. In fact, 20 years ago, before The Secret came out and all of that stuff, I remember reading in the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. And it was basically saying, look, you get what you think about every single day. So what are you attracting in your life? Like, what are you focused on? And in that book, it said, start acting as if, basically. Show up every single day as if it's already happened, as if this dream life that you want in your life is already there. And I didn't really understand how to do that, but it said make a little commercial for yourself or a statement for yourself about what your life, what you want your life to be, but as if it's already happened. And I actually did that. Like, I'm so grateful that, 20 years ago, I actually implemented what I read. Because how many of you have ever read something and you didn't actually implement it? Well, for me, I was hungry enough to do that. In fact, when I was 19 years old, I read that book and I didn't implement what it said to do. But then when I was 30 and I was like, in a position where I was like, I want to go move, I want to grow, I want to make something happen. And I was hungry enough, I actually implemented this. And I wrote out everything I wanted in my life. And at that time, I wasn't even in this industry. But I decided that this is who I am. This is what I'm creating. This is the life that I want. And because of making that statement to the world and to myself, you guys, within 5 years, I created that. So I want to talk about how you can show up every single day, how you can raise your energy, that vibration to start attracting the things that you truly want in your life. So, first of all, when I did this 20 years ago, it was visualization and proclaiming it. Okay. Like basically, affirmation statements, okay, or things that I truly wanted. And it was, you got to know that back then I was super shy. I wasn't confident. I'm a natural introvert. So for me to just go out there and talk to everybody, and it really wasn't my thing. But I knew in order to get to the next level of my life, I had to be that person. And so I made a statement that was super bold. I am Mindy Deeble, a sharp, successful business person. I get what I want. I talk to people everywhere I go. I love people. I have products and services that everyone needs and desires. They want what I have. Back then, I was actually in the franchise world, traditional franchising, and I was put in a position where I had to go and sell truck bed liners. I didn't know anything about trucks, didn't know anything about sales. I was a preschool teacher moving into this sales space that scared the crap out of me. But all of a sudden, I was put in this position that I had to grow and do something different. And so I made this statement. I'm a sharp, successful business person. I attract or I have products and services that everybody needs and desires. They want what I have. And then I made bold statements about my finances, about my life, everything. I own a cabin on the lake with wave runners, snowmobiles, boats. I drive a black shiny Porsche. At that time, I was driving a 1988 Chevy Corsica with 1,000,000 miles on it, no air conditioning. Um, you know, I make $100,000 a month. I had no idea what that even meant, but I made this statement and it was bold and it was strong. And if somebody would have heard me, they would have probably laughed at me because they knew where I was at that time. But I started visualizing this, focusing on this, acting as if this is who I was, and within 5 years created it. Now, it led me to where I am today because what I made in that statement, where I was in my life as far as the vehicle was concerned, couldn't sustain what I had created in my heart and manifested out to the world. And so I'm telling you all of this, and you've probably heard this before, but I'm telling you this because what you're thinking about every single day, it actually really truly matters. How you show up, like first thing in the morning, when you wake up, if you feel off, how do you raise that vibration? Like, what do you do to get you fired up and excited to go attack the world? See, if you have decided that in 2025, you are going to be a top producing, diamond or blue diamond, whatever it is that you have decided, I promise you, you can do it if you make the commitment to do it and you show up every single day as that person. So I'm going to give you some tips Okay. Some things that have helped me get to where I am today and help me attract. So one of the biggest things that I've learned is to never, when you decide this is who I am, this is how I'm showing up every single day, don't just think it's only going to come from one place. A lot of people, they make the mistake that, like for me, for example, 20 years ago, I really thought that everything I put in that statement, I was going to create in the franchising traditional business world where we were at that point. And I laid out a game plan, and you should always have a game plan, right? You should always have a focus plan of what you're creating. But I really, in my head, thought that all of these things that I put in this statement were going to be created from the current vehicle that I was in. And it didn't happen that way, because what I had made in that statement could only come to fruition from the vehicles that I've been in today, from this industry, network marketing. I had no idea I was going to be in network marketing. But once you make a definite decision to do something, the universe will respond to you. The resources will come to you. The people will come to you. The creative ideas will come to you. And then I got in this industry, and I remember thinking it's going to go this one way. I made a game plan. I decided I'm going to treat this like a big business. And I really was like thinking, okay, this one line is going to go like this. This one line is going to go like this. This one line is going to go like this. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Where you decide, I'm going to create this much volume here. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to do this here, which you should have plans. But you got to go with the flow, because I started running over here. And when you have a commitment and you decide, I'm going to do this, then it's going to come back to you tenfold, but it may not come back to you the way you think it is. Like I'd be running down a line, and then all of a sudden over here in a place that I never thought it would even happen, things would start, happening over here because I made a commitment to go do something. See, once you make a commitment, then things will come to fruition for you. That's the most important thing. So don't make the mistake that it's only going to be this one way, or it's only going to come this one way. Okay, the law of attraction, it can come in any different ways, but you have to show up committed, knowing that it will come to you. How it comes to you, who cares, but it will come to you. Does this make sense to you? That's really important. So no blocks. Don't block yourself from having what you truly can, the things that you want in your life. Okay. Another thing that really helps is gratitude. Waking up in the morning and throughout the day, and just expressing in your heart and in your mind, and even writing it down through prayer, whatever it is, okay, that right now, today, you're blessed and highly favored, and great things are coming to you. Great things are with you right now today, and noticing all the abundance that's truly with you today. Because I'll never forget when I was super young. My mom and I, well, it's a long story, but basically at a very young age, we moved into this tiny home. I grew up in a family of 7 kids. I'm the oldest of 7. And it was during the economy when, interest rates were like 25% or something to get a home back in the 70s or 80s, early 80s, whatever it was. And so my parents decided to move into this tiny little house to save money to build a new home. Anyway, I'm in middle school, so I'm in that age where, you're kind of like focused on you want to invite your friends over and things and all. And I live in this little tiny house, this kind of shack, and thinking, being frustrated and not grateful for where I was and all those things. Anyway, I remember my mom was planting flowers in the front yard, and I was thinking, why is she planting flowers in this little shack? Like, what good is this going to do to have flowers, pretty flowers in front of this house? And I'm being a little brat, and I walk up to the door and I said, Mom, why are you even doing this? Like, this doesn't even matter. Look at this house. And my mom said, Mindy, you will never have more in your life. We'll never have greater things in our life if we don't appreciate where we are today and what we have today. If you want to have a prettier house, if you want to have a more beautiful house, take care of what you already have. Be grateful for what you already have. We could be living in a tent right now. And it was that one little teaching moment in seventh grade or wherever I was, okay, that it really hit me. I realized, you know what? How am I ever going to be blessed with more if I'm not grateful for what I already have? And so just be grateful for the little things that you have in your life because they do matter. That's important. Okay. And then another thing that is so important is there are 6 weeks left till the end of the year. How many of you guys want to capitalize on the next 6 weeks? See, now is the time, and I know we talked about this last Mojo Monday, but now's the time when you want to be making connections and reaching out to as many people as you possibly can. Why? Because come January 1st, all of the people, okay, that are in your life or that are connected right now, they're going to be maybe going into play mode. They're going to be spending more money than they probably should because they're going to be getting presents and everything for their family, for their kids, all of that, but then maybe spent too much money. They're going to be eating too much. Come January 1st, they're going to be looking at their bank account or their credit cards and be like, man, I got to make some more money. They're going to be stepping on their scales and they're going to be saying, oh my gosh, I got to lose some weight. And it's the people who they've been in contact with for the last 6 weeks or 10 weeks or whatever that they're going to be thinking about. And you'll have an opportunity when they're open because you made connections, right? People do business with people that they know, love, and trust, with friends. Okay. You're going to have that open connection or that social connection that you can actually say, hey, I've got something. You and I need to talk. Or maybe you've been posting in your stories, or maybe you've been doing things and they're like, oh, I remember when I saw Janet talking about that drink and she's talking about something that helps me lose weight. I got to reach out to her. Or, oh my gosh, I remember that opportunity that Megan was talking about. I've got to get back to her, right? They're going to be thinking that. So now's the time when you want to reach out to as many people as you can. But you also want to prepare yourself intentionally to go explode it because January, February, March are the biggest months ever because people start getting money back from taxes. People are in that mode of changing their life and growth and doing big things. And network marketing, I believe the best months ever to go recruit and attract and do big things are January, February, March. So get prepared now for the next 6 weeks rather than waiting to January 1st. One way to do that is declutter your space, okay? To raise your vibration, you want to declutter your physical space. So that things are clear to start attracting more. Declutter your mind, right? Anything that didn't serve you in 2024, let's get rid of those things, right? And let's get focused on the next big thing. I heard something just thinking about something that doesn't serve us, right? Is we watch a lot of TV. And I saw the other day that Lamborghini, they don't ever advertise on TV because their customers are not on TV. And it made me think, oh, that's kind of interesting. But I remember many years ago when I was ready to take my life to the next level, one of the things that didn't serve me very well was TV because it wasn't taking my life to another level. It wasn't, making things happen. Not saying that you can never watch TV again, but I'm just saying that there was a point in our life 20 years ago where we actually put an X tape on our TV so that we could go and explode, right? What are some things that maybe are not serving you that can make you more intentional to raise your vibration, to take your life to the next level? Okay, declutter your space, declutter your mind, all of those things for the next 6 weeks so that you can make room for new opportunities. Okay, another thing, when you're ready to go attack the day and you're just feeling like, you're dragging, one of the things that's helped me is music or exercise, right? Dance if you have to, like get your vibration higher before you start reaching out to people, before you start connecting with people, so that you can show up your very best. Okay, so that you can show up in the best attitude, the best excitement, play some fun things, that get you fired up, that get your mind focused on who you truly were born to be and what you can go create. This is important. Learn and grow every single day. Can be connected with as many, top successful people that you possibly can. And you can do that. We live in a world where you can do that now just through the internet. You can go on YouTube and you can find, successful people. You can learn from John Maxwell and leadership. This is all free, right? That's what I love about this. But make sure that every day you're learning and you're growing. A mentor told me so many years ago that, listen, if you have problems, you can overcome any challenge in your life, but you yourself have to outgrow that problem. And 15 minutes a day of personal growth every single day can take all of your financial troubles away. I'm so grateful I learned that at such a young age because it truly has served me in a major way. When you learn new things, that gives you power. That gives you, that opportunity to go do something even more. And it gives you value. Our income is a direct reflection of the value we're given to the marketplace. So if you want to have, a bigger network or a bigger net worth, right? Add more value. And also grow your network, right? Your network and your value is a direct reflection of your income. Okay. So grow your network every single day and add value every single day. And that's going to be huge for you. So those were kind of some tips or things. There's so much more to this, but just know that you have the power to go create whatever you want. And one last thing, I should have added this. It's not on my list, but I'm going to add this. Drop the baggage. A lot of times, okay, we are jeopardizing our future because we're focused on our past. And for me, I did this for many, many years. In fact, I tell you guys my story all the time that when I first joined network marketing, my first 4 months, I struggled in a major way. You know why I struggled? Because I was focused on all of my past failures. Okay. In fact, I was in network marketing before and I didn't make any money. And we started a traditional franchising business, lost half of what we put into it. I got started in college and I thought I was going to go into the medical field. And then I realized I can't handle blood. I seriously, it is so hard for me. I'll pass out when I even see it. And so I went a different direction into early education, which I'm grateful I did that too. But my whole point is I felt like a failure in many different aspects of my life. And because I was so focused on all of the things that I hadn't done, all of the things that I screwed up on, it was totally blocking me from having this great, successful, amazing life. What I wasn't realizing is that in order to get to the next level of your life, you're going to have some failures. You're going to have some things that you're going to push through to learn and grow and become better. And it wasn't until I just dropped the baggage and I said, listen, it doesn't matter what's happened in the past. It doesn't matter that I've set that goal 500 million times and I haven't hit it. Today's a new day. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it happen. I'm one commitment away from a massive explosion. And I just made the decision that this is who I am. This is what I'm creating. I am a top producer in network marketing, and I started showing up that way every single day. So you can easily make that decision today. It doesn't matter how you've been showing up on social media. It doesn't matter how you've been whatever it is. Today's a new day. Today you can show up on social media like Tina Joy Carroll. Like you just decide, this is who I am, this is what I'm creating, and you just show up that way. Today's a new day. You can start, being the leader of a top producer like, Blue Diamond Amber Gostowski or, Presidential Blue Diamond Bree Richardson. You are just that person now. This is who you are. This is what you're creating. And when you just drop the baggage and say, no, this is who I am, you will start attracting the right things, the right people, that
I
abundance.
can't hear you. I don't know if anyone else can.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Now I can.
Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. Okay, and I don't know what you guys heard. But just know when you start showing up that way every single day, hopefully you heard what I said. But okay, it looks like other people could hear, so that's good. Okay. Awesome. When you start showing up that way every single day and just being who you were born to be and realizing that there is abundance all around you, that you have the power and you have the power to create however big you can think. That's why I love the magic of thinking big, because however big you can think, you have the power. I love it when people join and they say, well, what's realistic? And I say, as big as you can think. That's what's realistic. Just so you know, it's as big as you can think. So stop that whole realistic thing. Stop that whole, well, I've only done it to this point. I've never made it past here. Stop that. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. It doesn't matter. What's realistic is how big you can think. What you decide you want in your life, what you decide that you're going to go do, that's what's realistic. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. Let's go rock and roll. Let's go do some big things. We have some awesome events that you can take advantage of. So take advantage of those events. Tonight, we have top producing Red Diamond, Kylie Riegler, doing an amazing event. You get the people in front of her. She is going to sign them up. She is going to help you get those customers, those business partners. Take advantage of these events. Get as many people as you can on these events. And I will tell you, if you want to have a big team, the more people you get on these events, the more customers, the more business partners, the more money you're going to make. So really focus on these events and take advantage of them because it's huge. Tomorrow night, we have top producing Black Diamond. Lori Allen and I, we're going to be doing an overview. You're going to hear, okay, you want to get as many people as you can on that event because you're going to hear Miss Lori Allen talk to your guests about how she had, before she got in Trinant, her car was repoed. And she went from car being repoed to within 10 months making $17,000 a month as a top producing diamond. You guys, who ever could do that, right? I mean, just think about this. Is there somebody out there that can literally go take a job, go from getting their car repoed to then getting a job to make $17,500 a month without, that education and all the things that you would have to do to go. I mean, I just want you to think about that. In real life, we have the best opportunity on the planet. An average person, okay, like the Holefields who couldn't even put gas in their car and rose to the top as top producing Black diamonds in a short period of time. Like, who does that, right? This opportunity is huge for anybody that takes it seriously. You have an incredible opportunity. I hope that you know that. So you get the people in front of us. You're going to hear Miss Lori Allen's story. Your guests can hear her story. We're going to sign them up. We're going to rock and roll. So thank you for joining us. Let's go do some big things. Attack the day today. Show up big, okay? And I promise you, when you show up big, big things will happen. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Love you all. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Mrs. Deeble.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.